It's just a team call. Fine. All right, so beginning, if you're all registered, your leader should be downloading, it's the Team Cup manual, and basically it's going to walk you through step-by-step kind of the guidelines of, you know, what you should be expecting to do to really bang out some Success Club points and hit some high benchmarks. As a team, everybody has to hit Success Club 5 and above to reach those points. So it's a great push because obviously you don't want to be the weakest link. Nobody's going to be mad, but it's a great push. Like, we all support one another. So I know my first Team Cup, I was scared because I'm like, I've been doing this for 2 months, and it's Success Club is really scary and hard. And I'm on a team with Anita Myron, and she hit Success Club 50. Like, that's scary, but it's not meant to be scary. It's just literally effort. Like, what are you struggling with? You know, use each other's strengths. Like, if you have somebody on your team that's really good at inviting, take a conversation that they have with somebody or a current challenger that they've worked with. Take that conversation and break it down. What do they say that's different? What can you utilize? How do they talk to people that's different? How are they relating to people? Because we all offer the same thing, right? We're all coaches. We all have the same goal of helping people. So how are they relating to people that maybe, you know, we can learn from and share with people as we're inviting? You know, are we using the script too scriptly? Are we sounding like a robot? Are we investing time into these people so that they want to invest time back into, you know, this opportunity? Because if you sound like you're scripting, it comes off as scripty, and people run for the hills because they're like, oh, this person is selling me something. If you're, you know, getting in depth in a conversation and somebody shares with you, you know, their struggles and what they're really, you know, having a hard time with, and you're like, oh, great, for $199, you can buy this. They're like, wait, what? Like, I just told you my life story and I'm about to cry, and you're like trying to like get my credit card information. That's not cool. So being relatable to people, find out on your team whose strength is, you know, conversing with people and learn from them. And then find out whose strength is posting. What are they posting? When are they posting? When are good times to post? How many times are they posting about a challenge group? People, you know, some people's strength might be actually running the groups. Are you running a current challenge group? Do you have somebody in your team that's running a challenge group that has some success? What? Oh, that's fine. You can just be naked. Only a mom. You can just be naked. It's fine. So find out your strengths. So your first team meeting, this is kind of our first team cut meeting. We're going to do it together, but as grouped off in teams, you should be discussing that and finding each other's strengths and utilizing that, because you don't all have to be good at everything. I know for me, I sucked at running a team. Let me tell you, when my first few coaches, I feel awful because I was scared to host a team call. I was scared to like approach coaches. They were excited about it, and I'm like, I don't know what to tell them. So like, there are things that I'm good at and that I know I'm good at. And my success partner at the time utilized that because she sucked at retailing and sucked at Success Club, but she was really good at her team. She was good at motivating her team. And so I was able to learn from her and be on some team calls and be like, oh, I can do that. Like, I could practice. I might suck at it a few times, but then I'll be comfortable talking to all these faces. I'm like, oh my gosh, they're staring at me. I probably have a booger in my nose. Like, I don't know why they're getting on a Friday night to hear me talk. Like, I have no idea what to tell them other than his Success Club. So come together and literally create a group chat and talk to one another about what your strengths are, and be okay with, you know, having weaknesses and sharing that, so that the people that have those strengths can help you strengthen and, you know, become a unit to all hit Success Club, because that's what this is about. So go through and do that. Become so familiar with the script that you don't have to copy paste a script. Become so comfortable with knowing what comes next that no matter what question comes your way, no matter what concern comes your way, you're back at it and you have like control over the conversation. So when somebody comes to me, if I send out an invite, how many of you are sending out invites daily to random people or people on your Facebook? If you're sending out invites, you are getting either shut down and no response, or you're probably getting, what are you selling, or how much does it cost, or does this cost anything, or, you know, how much is your challenge group, or what's the price of what you're offering, something, right? But at the end of the day, it's all the same question. So you have to break things down. Did you drink all that?
No, I just spilled some.
Oh, you just spilled some. Perfect. So at the end of the day, you have to remember that the script can be brought back to a lot of different conversations. You just have to get your mind to remember that they're asking the same thing, it's just worded differently. So get out of your head like, oh, now I need to respond to this person. They asked the cost, and this person asked, what is the price, or what are they selling? You can literally control the conversation every single second if you remember the script and say, this is what we talk about next in the script. So no matter what they asked, I'm going to bring it back because it doesn't matter the cost right now. And I'm going to say, well, I'm going to get to that, but let me find out what some of your goals are, because that can totally depend on your needs. And you see what I did right there is I took them away from wondering what the cost is and talking about them and breaking down what they're actually needing. And I'm showing that I care, and I'm not responding with a price. I don't have to come out with a price. So right there is where you break things down and remember, that's why we have a script. You want to take a bath? You took one last night. Go watch your show for like 20 minutes and then Papa's going to be home. Okay? So does that make sense? So when I'm scripting somebody, I don't have the script at my fingertips 24/7. I do script a lot now because I run an ad on my like page and I'm talking to 60 people a day. And it's all like, hey, I want to join your challenge group. I'm like, perfect, this is my story. Perfect, this is the challenge group. But when I personally send invites to people and I have conversations with people, I know I'm in control because I know every step of the way that there is a response to get back on track of where I want the conversation to go. So I'm always one step ahead of it because I know in my mind what the script is. And it's broken down 5 pieces. We talk about, do they have a coach, first of all? Then we talk about, what are your goals? What are you doing? What's going on in your life that you have these goals? Why are you at this point? So I can get them emotionally connected to me. And then when we've broken it down, I can say, hey, you have a great idea in mind because we have these challenge packs, and we can offer something that's actually going to help them. Meg, that's so perfect. We'll let them drive, but we're going to navigate. So you let somebody feel in control, like you're not telling them that they need this ever, but you're sharing an emotional connection to something and say, I can relate to that. I have a person on my team that went through that, even if it's not you. Because when somebody comes to me about weight loss goals and I'm like, okay, I wasn't the overweight person, but I did struggle with my weight after having a child. And I can say, check out these pictures. My friend Brand, man, she had a rough time. And I've gotten to know her, and I know Beachbody has changed her life because of XYZ. Or, my friend, she has a husband who's deployed and she works full time. And, Beachbody's been her family. Like, she's at home with her son, and we get to hang out and chat and be there for one another because that's not easy. So when you're talking to people, my friend Kaylee, she works full time. She doesn't have kids, so she can relate to the struggle of her friends wanting to go out and drink they want to drink on the weekends, and she's got these fitness goals. Whatever it is, you can find that, because that's why we're a team. That's why we share our stories every day, not just for inspiration to others, but for us to utilize. Because somebody might really relate to my story, and somebody might relate to my before afters, and somebody may not. And it might be your before and afters, your journey, your story. So when we're sharing together as a team, that's why we're a team. That's why we're in this together. That's why this would not work if we didn't have a team, because I'm not relatable to, a 30-year-old guy trying to pump up on steroids and bulk for a contest. Like, I do not relate to that person. Like, I relate to the people that I relate to, and that's great. And you guys are here to relate to the people that are going to understand your story. So when you're honing in on conversations, make sure you open your ears, make sure you're reading the context that they're sending you, and the content in that message. Each message from them is an ask for help. Just know that they are investing in a conversation. So that right there means that they need Beachbody, means that they need this, means that a challenge will work for them. So don't let don't let any type of, price objection, or I don't know about a shake, or I don't know about a fitness program, or I like the gym, find the solution to make it what they're looking for. Because we have every single option available. I have used Body Beast in the gym. So I was a gym person. I had to get up. I had to leave the house to get my workout in. Otherwise, I was getting distracted. So for a while there, I was going to the gym. But guess what? I used my Body Beast. I had no idea what to do in the gym. And I drank my Shakeology daily, and I followed my 21-day fix. If you're trying to lose weight and you don't have time, let me tell you, Shakeology is a great starting place. Because if you're not getting a workout, at least you're getting some nutrition in your body to cleanse that junk out. And if you don't want to shake, but you want to give it your all in a challenge group, give it 30 days. If you don't like it, return it. There's no question or comment that makes me go, oh, they don't want to do it. I'm like right in there going, girl, like whatever, on to the next. Like, you know what? It's not my last resort. No conversation is the end of my business. So look at it like that. Know that you have something to offer, and never give up on somebody before the conversation is over. Because the second you check out and say they're not going to buy a challenge pack, that's when they check out too, because they can feel that. You're kind of like, okay. And you check out. You can't check out on somebody before they've made that decision. So if you're having a conversation and somebody's kind of checked out from the challenge pack talk, don't think that they're a lost cause. That is not a no, and they still need help. You're still having a conversation with a human being with goals and with struggles, just like you were when you started. So remember that going into Team Cup. This is not a mass producing Success Club point machine-based month. You're still talking to people. You just have to have a lot more conversations and invest in people that much more, because that's where success in these Team Cups come from, is really taking the time and investing yourself into your business and investing yourself in others. I hit Success Club 35 my first Team Cup month, and I felt on top of the world. I was like, holy smokes. But the only thing I did differently was talk to 50 more people a day. I didn't do anything magical. I didn't create this fantasy of I did something miraculous. I literally just talked to more people. I related to more people. I stayed up late and was like, man, I do not want to be dragging this team down. I need to really, really focus in and help 20 people. That was my goal. And to help 20 people, that's a lot of conversations. Because people delete their Facebooks, people block you, people say no, people check out, people stop responding, people delete Messenger. That doesn't mean you're not going to hit your goal. That means that person checked out. That does not mean that there are not a million people on Facebook that are ready to be chatting up a storm, because I know people sit on their Facebook all day long. So find those people, get them in a conversation, and help them work out instead of sit on Facebook. Any questions about Team Cup? Who's excited for it? Everybody's muted. Unmute yourself. Unless you have screaming going on.
No screaming here. I didn't really understand what was going on with Team Cup.
Okay, we'll find you a team. Are you not on a team?
No.
Okay, I'm going to message me after, okay?
Okay.
I have some girls in the Diamond Chat that still need girls on their team, so we'll get you hooked up. There is no punishment. Guys, if you do not hit Success Club in this, and I don't want to say this because I want you to check out and not push for it because you want to support your team, but there is no punishment. Carl Deichler is not coming to your door and being like, girl, missed the mark, bend over, spankings. No, it's not what this is about. It really is not that scary. When I was I'm not going to be on the cup, and Anita's like, what are you talking about? You're not. And I'm like, well, I don't want to not hit it. And she's like, then what happens? Nothing happens. Absolutely nothing. The only thing you gain is some sweet prizes. You're working in a group, so you're gaining some motivation from your team. You're getting to know other coaches better. That's all that's happening. There is no reason you should be scared of a Team Cup. It's Success Club. We talk about it all the time. It's 5 points, 3 people. Not scary. Granted, I'm pushing for Success Club 50 this month, and I'm pushing for Success Club 100 next month, so my team better get their booties in gear, but that's a whole different story. It's just simply talking to people. Like, every single day when you're in the grocery store, so I want to share this story. So Ivy, if you guys follow Ivy Hoyt, she's in our Diamond group, and I got to meet her in Nashville. She's like super like, blah, 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 blah. And everybody's like, oh, you and Ivy are the same. And I'm like, we are? Does everybody, like, has anybody been, like, told that you look like somebody or you act like somebody and you look at that person and you're like, that's what I act like? Like, holy cow. Anyway, so Ivy and I guess we're similar. She wore her 21 Day Fix shirt to the grocery store. Guess what happened? She was standing in line. The cashier was asking her about her shirt. The person behind her was listening in. She gave her business cards to both those women. Guess what? Bam, Success Club 4. She was at 0. This was yesterday. Literally, she had the guts to just tell them to have a conversation. You can have a conversation about the weather and walk out that grocery store door, or you could impact a life forever just simply by wearing and sharing her t-shirt. The cashier was like, oh, I saw that on TV. She's like, it's amazing. You should do it. Oh, my goodness. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Anyway, so, I mean, I'm just saying that because you never know when somebody's adding you as a friend, or you never know who's following you. If your profile is public like mine, people message me out of the blue and they're like, hey, I'm friends with so-and-so, and I just want to let you know that I'm like, who is that friend? I have no idea who that is. But people are watching. Hey, don't bang on the wall. Go watch your show. 10 more minutes. I have the timer set. I see it right there. So you never want to discredit anybody. I look at all you guys, and I know that the conversations I had were genuine, and all I had to do was have more conversations to find you guys. It had nothing to do with, the right timing of, me talking to Sarah. We just crossed paths and we became friends. Like, that's all it was. And I just had to filter through people that didn't want to be my friend. Like, that's all I had to do. Like, people aren't going to connect with you, and that's fine. And people are going to block you and say what you're doing is ridiculous. But I know it's not, because I know it works. And I have best friends that it's working for that just showed me her $10,000 paycheck. And I'm like, whoa, like, that's real. That's not fake. I mean, if that's fake, then I guess I'm getting lied to. Like, the Carl Deichler wrote her a check to lie to people, because, I mean, to me, that was real. So whoever thinks this is fake, y'all, like, it's real. It's conversations. We all know our stories are real, right? We aren't going and pick Stitch Monkey or whatever it's called and, like, cinching our waist. We don't care. I don't care about the end result. You're inspiring people every single day through trying, through showing up for people, because some people just need that. They need to, like, we have so much inconsistency in our life that when I saw my coach show up every day, she wasn't even my coach, and she showed up. She had no idea she was showing up for me, but she was. Because every time you jump on Instagram, do you have that one person that you're like, ooh, I'm going to search that person's name? Like, instead of scrolling, you're like, I'm going to see what they posted. That's what I did. I was like, that girl's awesome. I'm gonna go check her out this morning. Every single day. Imagine if she had only done it like once a month. I probably wouldn't be searching her name. She was consistent. So that's all it takes is consistency and sharing your struggles, sharing your journey. You don't have to have a 100% perfect day every day to be relatable. Because if you have a perfect day every day, get off our team, please, because you're going to make us all look bad. Like, you're literally going to make us look really bad. Because we struggle. Since Nashville, I've been sleeping until like 10 a.m. I'm trying to get my post up in the morning. I'm like, oh gosh, it's like 10:30. I need to be on post number 2. But it doesn't matter. As long as you're showing up for those people that you're promising to show up for, because every single conversation, I guarantee if they go silent, I guarantee they're still watching. Watch your likes. See if those people are liking your stuff. Are they seeing your stuff? Because I guarantee you they are. And I guarantee you they're making sure that you're going to stick around and stick it out. because that's happened to me. I waited a year to hit Success Club 52, and I didn't even have to do anything. But that was because I was consistent, and people were like, hey, can I join up for that challenge group? Do you have one going? And I'm like, for real? Like, yes, ma'am, you sure may. Like, that's a long wait, but it was so worth it. All right, so I'm done rambling. Any other questions? I know some of you guys are going to be at Super Saturday tomorrow. I'm super stoked. I'm going to make a post in the team page tonight. I'm looking up a coffee shop. I have it pulled up. I will make a post about the address of it in the team page. So anybody that wants to meet at 11:30 for Super Saturday, so we can meet and hang out and chat for an hour before we go over there, I would love to see y'all. I'm writing down with Meg and Amanda, and is that it, I think?
My cousin's coming, or my other cousin.
Okay, sweet. Are you meeting at Amanda's house?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll see you guys there. Anyway, so if anybody wants to, Carrie, if you feel like having a drive. Carrie has been like around the world in 80 days or whatever that movie is. She literally.
Carrie should have started yesterday.
You're going to be a little late. I don't know if you're going to make coffee.
I don't want to go anywhere.
She's been in Iowa for a month, and then we drove to Nashville and back, and then the next day she drove 2 hours to get lights for her wedding, and then was back for a day, got her son, and then flew back to Nashville, to Texas. Arizona. Blah. I don't even know where you've been. Anyway. Yeah, I was like a hermit crab when I got back. But be excited for Summit, y'all, next year. Boom. We're going to blow up Nashville with our team. And we will have a team name, I promise. We'll not be nameless at Summit next year. And we will have our own tank tops, so there will be no madness. Also, Anita is in Canada. I messaged her about tank tops. It's getting figured out. Anybody missing a tank top or paid for a tank top, it will be coming. She's in Canada when she gets back. I'm going to give her a list of names. I'm just not giving it to her now because she will lose it and forget, and then I'll have to do it all over again. So, because she's very scatterbrained, she would just lose it. Anything else? Does Team Cup, who's excited? Does that help everybody out? Does that make it like, okay, I can breathe now? I don't have to cinch anything up? Or...
I just have to tell you guys real quick, because I had a lady actually message me today that I've talked to her off and on. I actually took some photography classes from her 80 years ago. And she's been going to Farrell's for 3 years. She's on Advocare, and she does Herbalife. She messaged me today and just randomly, and she's like, hey, what do you got going on? What is this all about? I need to know. And she never liked any of my posts, and all of a sudden she wanted all this information all at once. So you don't think they see it, but they do.
Mm-hmm. It's so true. People are gravitated towards positivity. You literally cannot help yourself. We are like magnets. If you have negative stuff going on in your life, and you have junk going on, you are gravitating towards positivity because you're I've had about all I can take. I'm gonna be give me some positive. You do. And do you guys can you guys totally agree with me when you go to Instagram or Facebook and that one person or those people that you're woo? I used to be Amy Silverman, Anita Myron, and some other fit chick from Jillian Michaels. I literally was oh, she's so perfect. She's so beautiful. I'm she has the most amazing workout outfit on. One day I'll be that. It was stupid, but I didn't scroll. I'm oh, I'm searching that girl's name. Totally searching that name. The same pictures 50 times. I'm okay, Bree, they posted an hour ago. You searched your name an hour ago. I don't think you posted anything. And then you the same 5 pictures. That was me. I still do that. I'm please stop. Go invite. But that's what people are gravitated to. That's what you're creating in this business. That's why it's so crucial to do the 3 vital behaviors. Because if you're not doing it, nobody's going to believe you. Nobody's going to follow you. Because a post a day isn't enough. Because Facebook sucks and they don't let people see your stuff. So you gotta be annoying about it. Because trust me, it's not showing up in everybody's newsfeed every 2 hours. Your post, so here's a little quick lesson on Facebook posting. So how they do in relevance is they take your group of friends, right? So say you had 200 friends on Facebook. You post something. It goes by relevance of what it is. So either it's text, video, or picture. Video gets the most relevance, then picture, then text. And then what they do is go based off of the stuff that you've commented and liked on and been relevant in your the relevance that your post is going to have in their newsfeed. Does that make sense? So say I have zero interaction on Facebook besides making a post every day saying my life sucks. Nobody's going to see that. Like 0 people, thank goodness. Nobody's going to see my post because I haven't been on Facebook in 2 years, and maybe I only have 180 friends. Nobody, it's going to have like 0 views. But if you are posting consistently for a week and you're commenting back and forth on people's stuff and saying good job to this challenger and whatever on this challenge pack purchaser, and this person like posted about drinking their water from your challenge, your content and stuff. Oh dang, that girl was on like 200 Facebooks today, and she was messaging that person. And then she just posted a video, which is going to go boom, viral. Like, that's going to show relevance. So they're going to be like, put that in all her friends' news feeds. So that's why we post. Like, it's not to be annoying. People don't see your stuff. I post every 2 hours, so maybe half of my friends will see half of my things half of the time. Because that's how it works. Sarah, you look so cute with your little babies.
I got too many kids over here.
You went from 1 to 2 since we've known each other. Anyway, so that's my spiel. But Facebook, literally, that is why we post. Like, it's not to be annoying. We are inspiring little power builders. Like, it's like worker bee. Like, you got to just keep coming at them because nobody sees it. That's why I post about a challenge group every other day, every day, and it doesn't matter. People aren't annoyed by it because nobody sees it. Well, now people see it. Like, now I don't have to do that as much, but literally every 8 posts was about coaching or challenge group. And it was original and from the heart because I know that the one person that sees that is worth it. It's totally worth it. Because it might just be somebody that's going to rock the business, that's going to, like, totally invest themselves and get something out of this and need this team. So sure, you're being genuine. Share your life. It doesn't matter if you're Anita or Amy or Bree or Meg or Erin or Kaylee. Whoever you are, you have stuff to offer because you've joined the team. You see it. I talk all the time about my posts from work. They were not glamorous or funny. That I thought it was funny. Like, oh, my avocado. Like, it's not funny. But they're like, oh, Bree's still eating healthy. Like, that's something, right? All right, so that's all for me. I will see everybody at Super Saturday tomorrow. Get excited for Team Cup. Go research it a little bit. There's some YouTube videos. So if you're nervous about it or you want to learn more, go YouTube Team Cup. There are like some crazy wackos about Team Cup. Like, let me tell you, the Canadians know how to Team Cup it up. Like, they have won every single time for the last 3 Team Cups. Like, I'm talking like 100, 200 Success Club points each. So we gotta
until now.
Nice.
So anyway, who's ready to hit Success Club 200 and go to Salt Lake City? All right, I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll make a post for anyone going to Secret Saturday tomorrow about the location to meet up for our team. Oh, you want to say that? Okay, nobody hung up. Make you baby.
Hi.
Stay positive.
Yeah, see that margin of victory? Oh, that's a big fucking yeah.
All right, say bye, guys.
Bye.
See, you know what the deal with that is that whole race has got to go real smooth.